SC-300 Microsoft Identity and Access Administrator. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is case study. Contoso Limited is a consulting company that has a main office in Montreal and branch office in London and Seattle. Contoso has a partnership with a company named Fabricom. Fabricom has an Azure Active Directory tenant named fabricom.com. Existing environment. The on-premises network of Contoso contains an Active Directory domain named contoso.com. The domain contains an organizational unit named Contoso Resources. The Contoso Resources OU contains all users and computers. The contoso.com Active Directory domain contains the relevant users shown in the following table. Please go through the table. Contoso also includes a marketing department that has users in each office. Existing environment, Microsoft 365 Azure environment. Contoso has an Azure AD tenant named contoso.com that has the following associated licenses: Microsoft Office 365 Enterprise E5, Enterprise Mobility Plus Security E5, Windows 10 Enterprise E3, Project Plan 3. Azure AD Connect is configured between Azure AD and Active Directory domain services. Only the Contoso Resources OU is synced. Help desk administrators routinely use the Microsoft 365 Admin Center to manage user settings. User administrators currently use the Microsoft 365 Admin Center to manually assign licenses. All users have all licenses assigned besides the following exceptions. The users in the London office have the Microsoft 365 phone system license unassigned. The users in the Seattle office have the YAML Enterprise license unassigned. Security defaults are disabled for contoso.com. Contoso uses Azure AD Privileged Identity Management to project administrative roles. Existing environment. Problem statements. Contoso identifies the following issues. Currently, all the help desk administrators can manage user licenses throughout the entire Microsoft 365 tenant. The user administrators report that it is tedious to manually configure the different license requirements for each Contoso office. The help desk administrators spend too much time provisioning internal and guest access to the required Microsoft 365 services and apps. Currently, the help desk administrators can perform tasks by using the user administrator role without justification or approval. When the log stored is selected in Azure AD, an error message appears stating that log analytics integration is not enabled. Requirements plan change. Contoso plans to implement the following changes: implement self-service password reset, analyze Azure audit activity logs by using Azure Monitor, simplify license allocation for new users added to the tenant, collaborate with the users at Fabricom on a joint marketing campaign, configure the user administrator role to require justification and approval to activate, implement a custom line of business Azure web app named App1. App1 will be accessible from the internet and authenticated by using Azure AD. For new users in the marketing department, implement an automated approval workflow to provide access to a Microsoft SharePoint online site, group and app. Contoso plans to acquire a company named Aditum Corporation. 100 new Aditum users will be created in an Active Directory OU named Aditum. The users will be located in London and Seattle. Requirements. Technical requirements. Contoso identifies the following technical requirements. All user sync must be synced from ADDS to the contoso.com Azure AD tenant. App1 must have a Redirect URI pointed to https://contoso.com/auth-response. License allocations for new users must be assigned automatically based on the location of the user. Fabricam users must have access to the marketing department's SharePoint site for a maximum of 90 days. Administrative actions performed in Azure AD must be audited. Audit logs must be retained for 1 year. The help desk administrators must be able to manage licenses for only the users in their respective office. Users must be forced to change their password if there is a probability that the user's identity was compromised. Now the question is, you need to meet the technical requirements for the probability that user identities were compromised. What should the users do first and what should you configure? Please go through the answer area. And the correct answer is thank you.